we have to remain interested, because the moment we become disinterested, that's when we no longer get a vote.
Here's a complicated one that I was thinking about that I imagine you must wrestle with, which is it's very important, I would imagine, for there to be attention around you, in that people need to be interested in what you're doing because you have lots of interesting and important and fundamentally fabulous causes that you're trying to pursue. But at the same time, I assume you don't want the attention. And I'm curious how you wrestle with that idea. I mean, I was looking even as we were in the race coming up to this day, I Googled news you, and there were people who are fascinated by everything you're doing all the time. They're fascinated by Megan is in California right now, and you're here, and there's articles left and right about, you know, why are you doing independent events? Why aren't you doing them together?
Because you invited me, you should have known.
This is true.
You should have known that was going to happen.
But do you know, like, is that normal for you? That the second there's an article that says, she's in California, you're in New York, they say, well, what is happening with these two, right? So is that a good thing for you in a way that there's so much interest in you?
No, there's definitely not a good thing. Because apparently we've bought or moved house maybe 10, 12 times. We've apparently divorced maybe 10, 12 times as well. So everyone's just like, what? So yeah, it's hard to keep up with, but that's why you just sort of ignore it. The people I feel most sorry about are the trolls who their hopes are just built and built and built, and it's like yes, 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 and then it doesn't happen. Right. So I feel sorry for them. Genuinely, I do. I mean that. But yes, I have no doubt that everything that we've spoken about today, in the last, the clock's on zero, 25 minutes. Will be spun or twisted somehow against me, and maybe you yourself,
it's possible,
will be trolled relentlessly, and for that I can only apologize. But you did invite me, so it's not.
Well, I know we're almost out of time, but let me just ask you two other related things, which is you have a case in the UK, so that you can go back there and hopefully have better security when you're there, and wanted to understand sort of where that whole thing stands, and also just whether you plan to remain here with us in the U.S.
I do. I very much enjoy living here and bringing my kids up here. It's a part of my life that I never thought I was going to live, and I feel as though it's the life that my mum wanted for me. And to be able to do the things that I am able to do with my kids that I undoubtedly wouldn't be able to do in the UK is huge, and that's a fantastic opportunity, and I'm hugely grateful for that. You bring up another case, one that I can't talk about, and you should know that. But what I would say in that is, he's talking about security. I never should have had security removed in the first place. It's amazing when you go through this litigation, of which I have become a professional at, of which I aim to retire fairly soon. In that regard, I certainly don't want to be starting. I'm not starting them, right? I'm just trying to, again, find truth and accountability and ultimately reconciliation. But I never should have had it removed. But the disclosure, I think you guys call it discovery process, has been troubling and enlightening. And I just have to now sit and wait until April.
If we have this conversation 30 years from now, what do you want to be known for?
And how many years?
30.
Why 30?
Can you do maybe 5, 10? What would you like to? I'm saying.
What are we known for?
Yeah. When this is all said and done, what is Prince Harry going to be known for?
I don't want to put my finger on anything specific. I think I know what you're trying to get at. There's some sort of he's going to take on the media.
No. I'm not trying to go anywhere. I honestly say it was a completely just open question for me. I genuinely was curious, and I'm very curious when you look at your life and everything that's happened to your life and everything that you've gone through and everything you want to accomplish from here, what that feels like, what that looks like to you.
I think the world is moving so fast, it would be naive of me to put my finger on anything specific. But the main goal for me at the moment is being the best husband and the best dad that I can be. One of the reasons why I am not so much stuck in litigation, but the reason why these things have happened and any of the other moves and everything else, and what I believe to be fair and justified criticism towards institutions, perhaps government, media, and the like, is because of my 10 years military and the values and principles that I live by. And it's not something that I want to ever shrug off. It is becoming increasingly hard for, I think, for people who are valued, not valued, but have values and certain principles to stick to those as the world starts to, whatever you want to call it, change. Mm-hmm. But that to me is the thing that means the most to me, and the thing I want to be known for, is that no matter what was happening around me, that he stuck to his values, and he always stayed true to that.